The Knicks confident and composed as they get set to take their home court. And a view of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the New York Knicks here in New York. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injuries has been rewarded. He says everybody struggles. People pretend like they don't. My down days were on TV, so I couldn't hide. The whirlwind I was in, I always stayed calm. I think that's just part of who I am. It's my character. Kevin?
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll host the Boston Celtics. Then on Friday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against Indiana, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Green, and it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. And for New York, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Alec Burks is out there with Rose, and it's Noel in at the center locking down the middle. Well, something you'll love, Clark. We should see some terrific rebounding here in this one.
I love the glass eaters, Kevin. You know that was part of the strength of my game back in the day, way back in the day. I mean, these teams are right at the top of the league when it comes to closing out stops with the defensive rebound. Glass eaters galore in this one.
Now here is Harris after R.J. Barrett's miss. Pass to Simmons. And here now is Thibault. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Rose with the ball. Outside for Randall. The tray. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Rose, a very solid floor general. I think that's an underrated part of his game. He's excellent at finding his teammates.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Simmons passes to Thibault. Harris with it. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Thibault can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
New York comes into this one following a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Shot to stop the run. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Burks and Embiid with the block.
You look at his combination of reach and timing, it makes Embiid a superb shot blocker.
Simmons can't get it to go. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the New York Knicks.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time and the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size, a pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps. And checking out some numbers for Barrett. How last month turned out for him, he's averaging 14 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Boy, Embiid wants to own the inside on both sides of the floor. He is a force in the paint and relishes hitting those boards.
Now here's Rose. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Toronto.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Rose with the ball. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Randle. And that one goes long.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
That one misses for Simmons. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Now Simmons following the 3-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Right side Simmons. Harris against Noel. Harris misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Burks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Harris. The Knicks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
It's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Free throw good. Burks. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside, Green. Back to Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit on these kinds of looks and just plays right through the contact.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the New York Knicks. It's a three-point game. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip. So hard to challenge these shots. I mean, especially against the better shooters.
And stolen by Simmons. Outside, Green. Here's Embiid. That puts them in the lead.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Now here's Rose. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Thibault on the wing. Embiid trying to break loose. From outside, off the mark.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempts.
Back to Simmons. Got a piece of it. Now, here's Barrett. Tight defense on him. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Simmons. A 26-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Here's Barrett, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Dwight Howard.
The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft. RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
That one is off. You know, Greg, you asked Barrett. He said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
No good on the second free throw.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. The Knicks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And here is Payton. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And it's Bullock missing. And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Here's Payton following the basket by Dwight Howard. Here's Gibson. 9 points last game out. Here's Bullock. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Korkmaz. Sinks that one from the post. And the 76ers lead by 6.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 17-6 run. Curry passes to Embiid. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Korkmaz. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento. Howard finds Curry. Off target with his 3.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Bullock. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And, you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
And both free throws good for Curry. And so it's New York with it. They trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Henson dishes to Payton. It's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. It's stolen by Hill. Kicks it to Curry. Pass to Howard. Back to Curry. Goes up to the stripe. It's good. Curry's got his second basket of the night. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the 76ers?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Clock at 4, and Henson kicks to Toppin. Off target from 3-point range. And the foul on John Henson. That's his first foul. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Outside Hill. Pass to Korkmaz. All alone. The Knicks pull it in. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by Obi Toppin. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Knicks trail by 8. Payton drives in, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Curry passes to Hill. Back to Curry. Here's Embiid. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Embiid's got 6.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the score by New York. Here's Embiid, and the pass to Howard. Shoots over Henson, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
An aggressive player who draws attention. Howard is used to getting hit by the defense and plays quite well through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
And that one misses.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. And he ends up missing both free throws. Knicks trail by 8. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Payton. From past the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
He hits the second from the line.
I tell you, Joel Embiid possesses remarkable talent. I mean, this big guy is graceful and strong. He's a real matchup problem for everybody.
And Toppin throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Here's Embiid, and he comes up with the deuce. Embiid's got 9.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. 76ers lead by 9. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with on a daily basis.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism from people I don't really need to hear from. You know, I don't mind. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone's going to say something, which is fine. But at the same time, I got to worry about, what I need to focus on.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Shake Milton is out there with Curry, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3. Trying to get open is Gibson, and almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
That's good from Harris. How the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. The first one falls. Derrick Rose is checked in for Alfred Payton. Both shots good from the stripe. Now here's Curry. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Boy, Curry knows that kind of physical finish can give his team a spark.
Rose against Curry. Rose in the post. Can't hit that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Here's Rose. 76ers getting the bucket. Floats it up for Randall. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Outside Curry. Harris outside. Offline with his three.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now here's Barrett. Defended by Milton. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Yeah, with great recognition, awareness, and body control. Simmons can get up for blocks.
Barrett, no good. Philadelphia leading by 11. It's tipped. Goes back up. The Knicks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. That's tipped. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul. A different look for New York. Noel comes in for Taj Gibson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Toppin. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Green's checked in. Now here's Simmons. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. The 76ers with another miss.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Shake Milton.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Now here's Simmons. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Passes it to Thybulle. Here's Embiid. Shot clock at 6. From deep 3-point range. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the score by New York. From deep, Green off the mark. His first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Knicks trail by 6. Barrett the pass to Rose. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Green. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Thybulle can't get it to go. For New York, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. To the middle. And that one's good. Noel.
And you can see that Noel has a very firm understanding of the game. I mean, knowing when to roll hard to the bucket after setting the pick.
Simmons finds Embiid. Now here's Green. Back to Embiid over Noel. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Burks, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Harris. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Free throw good, Burks.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Simmons. Pass to Harris. To end the cold streak. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harris has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, you know, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
New York calls timeout. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
And it's Rose with the ball for the New York Knicks. To the inside, and stolen by Harris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Rose.
Yeah, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good.
And Harris drops them both. Knicks trail by 7. Now Burks. He's got 9. Noel up top, guarded by Embiid. Noel dishes to Rose. Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Barrett. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Howard's checked in for Philadelphia. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at Simmons, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Alfred Payton, he's checked in for New York.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Now, here's Burks. He's got 9. 6 on the shot clock to stop the run. Randall no good.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line. George Hill's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Howard hits them both. Knicks trail by 11. Payton drives in. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Tobias Harris.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Alfred Payton is known primarily for his playmaking ability. The way he moves the ball is exactly what you want from your point guard.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. Hill with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. New York with the foul.
In last season, just some phenomenal shooting numbers for George Hill. Clark, you know him well from your days in Indiana.
Certainly do, and have great admiration and respect for George. He's a business-like pro. He's the epitome of what it is to be a pro. Consistent work ethic, understands himself, always looking to improve, knows his role, and has always had a calming and stabilizing influence for every team that he's played on.
Now here's Bullock. Henson's shot is off. Harris with it. Now Payton defending. From the arc. A new 14 for the 76ers. The 76ers with another miss. Knicks trail by 12. Back to Burks. From outside the arc. No good from Payton.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. Ben Simmons, number 1.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
The first free throw is good.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-3 run. Pass to Howard. Back to Simmons. It's rebounded by New York. And here is Payton. He has 7. Passes it to Burks. Shoots the 3. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists now in this one.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. "17-foot shot on the way. And the 76ers get it back. Howard, the pass to Hill. Simmons on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. Here's Korkmaz. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Another shot. Here's Noel. Korkmaz grabs the miss. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Pass to Bullock. Payton looking it over. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's Korkmaz. Toppin pulls it in. Toppin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bullock passes to Gibson. Down low, here's Payton. Over Hill. New York, no good that time either. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 19-7 run. Here's Harris. Howard, the pass to Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
And he gets it to go. Payton's got 7 points for the quarter. Here's Hill. 5 points in the game. Curry on the wing. The pass to Korkmaz. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Here's Payton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. He's off on the second.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Knicks trail by 17. 1:22 left in the first half of the game. Now here's Bullock, defended by Milton, and it's sent back by Howard. And the foul on John Henson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And 1:01 left now here in the second. Hill passes to Harris. That shot, no good. And New York the other way now. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Payton, that's good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here is Hill. He has 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the 76ers lead by 16.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Hill against Payton. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Korkmaz has got 14 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now Payton. Over Milton. It's deflected, but he recovers it. That will count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, an early lead and a lot to like in the performance thus far. Would you agree?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me if I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim. I thought we did great.
We know the adjustments are coming, and we'll see who takes advantage. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game.
Get it? Sub, superb, ball program tonight. I mean, they play like starters.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, with the way they struggle to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. The 76ers leading by 19. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Derrick Rose is out there with Alec Burks, and it's Noel in its center. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here is Harris. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Noel with it. Pass to Burks. Barrett.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Harris. Over Randall, and the rejection by Noel. 5 on the clock. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
Boy, Joel Embiid with the throwdown. Athletic, 7 feet tall, one of the best dunkers in the league.
Now, here's Burks. He's got 12. Back to Rose. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And that's just strong, tough action from Rose there. Staying in control and getting the job done with authority.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And Simmons kicks to Harris. High post, Embiid. Over Noel. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 13 points.
How about the soft touch from Embiid? Nice looking jump shot there.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. So it'll be Derrick Rose shooting. That one on Embiid. The free throw drops for Rose.
You know what? We've recently been able to watch a different Rose here. I mean, a better, more efficient, more confident player. Man, I love seeing that.
Now here is Harris. He's got 11. Back to Embiid, and the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his third foul of the game. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Thibault. 4 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. New York calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic
basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Knicks trail by 17. And here's Rose. He has 6. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Embiid. Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
And the first one drops. And Burks hits 2 free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Rose attacking. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia leading by 15. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
And Clark, how about the 20th pick back in that 2019 draft? Matisse Thybulle, fantastic defensive specialist who has an evolving offensive presence as well.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. His defense is really outstanding and NBA ready from the day he got into the league.
Oh, what a finish!
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. On the way, Harris. Thybulle up top. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Rose. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Thybulle. The 76ers again can't hit it.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Philadelphia leading by 12. Outside, Simmons. Harris looking it over.
Boy, this is the threat that Harris poses now. He's a scorer from every level. Inside, three-point land, and at the rim.
Rose against Simmons. Rose goes in. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
And he recovers it. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Rose. Outside, Green. Randle against Harris. To the paint, here's Howard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the 76ers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Free throw good, Howard. So for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Nerlens Noel, and it's Toppin in for Burks. Then for the 76ers, Shake Milton, he's checked in for Green, and Curry subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. And Barrett gets it to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The 76ers leading by 9 and keeping us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Chalk up 2 there.
Such a great rebounder, athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Rose goes in. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Philadelphia's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Harris finds Simmons. Looking to get back on track here. Here's Milton. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Milton's got 5. Knicks trail by 10. Rose scanning the floor. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, this is peak Rose at his best, an attacking, slashing guard who breaks down the defense easily.
Howard dishes to Harris. Knocked away. It's stolen by Rose. To the inside. Toppin banked in off the glass. He's got 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Harris passes to Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. A shot by Milton, no good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Here's Curry. He's got 8. Now the pass to Milton. It's rebounded by New York. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
For the Knicks, Henson checked in for Randall. Reggie Bullock comes in for R.J. Barrett. And it's Payton in for Derrick Rose. Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Hill comes in for Ben Simmons. Back to Howard. Drops in the layup for 2. Howard's got 11 points.
Imposing his will down there. Howard feels like he can score anytime he wants from this area.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Milton. And now Philadelphia on the break, on up the court. Howard, the pass to Hill. Second chance shot. Milton's shot is good. Milton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Knicks trail by 6. Payton drives in. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Hill.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. That's good from Payton. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Hill looking it over. Pass to Milton. Here's Korkmaz, defended by Gibson. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
No surprise seeing Embiid rise up like that. Fantastic at getting around the defense on the offensive glass there.
Payton attacking, and the dunk by Payton.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now, here's Milton. 7 points in the game. And Howard with this stuff.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Gibson.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
It's Hill on the wing, covered by Payton. Here's Embiid. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Passes to Henson. Wide open. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And with the passing of time, Henson has developed a nice mid-range jump shot. The defense has got to be aware that he can make that shot.
Pass to Howard. And here is Milton. And a miss there on the triple. Now, here's Toppin. Not a lot of room. He can't hit that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And Gibson sends it back.
A good defender who uses his body well. Gibson is capable of blocking shots.
And Henson kicks to Payton. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. The pass to Bullard. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And the foul on John Henson. That's his 5th foul. The 76ers leading by 3. Outside Hill. Here's Embiid. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Hill is out there with Green. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Howard. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And now, the fast break. Hill with the ball. Here's Thybulle. Misses the 3.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Burks with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Burks' shot is good. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 1. Green passes to Embiid over Noel. Embiid, no good. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Goes up, and he goes in for the dunk.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
And Philadelphia calls time here. It's been quite a game for Alfred Payton.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. This was a close game, as you know, but he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move, right now. Kevin?
Really, terrific work from Hill. Angling his body perfectly on the shot and forcing the defense to act.
Free throw drops for Hill. Both free throws good from Hill. New York trailing. Now Payton. He kicks to Burks. And the rejection by Embiid. Fast break Philadelphia. Hill leading the charge.
And when Hill sees an open floor ahead of him, he's off to the races, using that amazing speed and length to get to the basket.
Payton passes to Noel. Back to Payton. Noel up top, guarded by Embiid. Pass to Toppin. Shot from the wing. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Howard dishes to Embiid. Back to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Yeah, I like the fact that Howard is really good at staying aggressive when he knows he's hot, in attack mode on the offensive end.
Payton, that's good. The 76ers leading by 3. Green deciding where to go with it. Hill against Payton.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Here's Toppin. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Now just a 1-point Philadelphia lead.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Hill against Payton. Floats one up. And there's the nice layup by Hill. Hill's got 6 points in the quarter.
Man, you got to love how precise Hill is and proficient he is with the floaters. Makes them nearly impossible to block with how fast he gets them off.
New York calls timeout. For the Knicks, Randall's checked in for Gibson. R.J. Barrett comes in for Toppin, and it's Rose in for Payton. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Simmons is checked in. Rose goes in. Noel finds Barrett. Randall outside. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Burks to tie it up. A shot off that time. Great D that time from Green.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. It's tipped and stolen by Thibault. And now Philadelphia on the break.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
And it's Rose penetrating. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's Harris. It's good. 15 points for Tobias Harris.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Pass to Barrett. To the middle. Here's Randall. Some solid defense from Harris.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Outside Rose. There's the pass to Randall. It's Barrett on the wing. Rebound by the 76ers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his third foul of the game. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 7-point differential. Green kicks to Thibault. Embiid wide open. Again, Philadelphia.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
And it's Rose penetrating, and it's blocked by Simmons. And he's able to get it back. Works with it. Pass to Randall. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rose against Simmons. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Passes to Thibault. Embiid against Noel. 5 to shoot. And that one, good. And now an 11-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Rose penetrating. Pass to Barrett. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Thibault. Simmons against Rose. And there's the pass to Harris. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Rose, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Harris, no good. Knicks trail by 11. Here's Barrett. Can they get it? And the layup is up and in.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Harris inside, working on Gibson. Yes, that goes in. Embiid's got 14 points now in the second half.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Randall outside. Over Harris. Off the left rim and out.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate. clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive too.
Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree.
But, you know, if you're the defense, that's all you can do. Rose is just a force on the offensive end.
The 76ers leading by 11. Pass to Embiid. And here now is Thibault. Barrett covering. And Gibson sends it back. And he gets it back. And the basket by Harris.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Outside, Green. The three. Harris, no good. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. Burks with it. Now Green defending. Burks can't get it to go. Outside, Simmons. A second chance effort. Embiid. And he lays it straight in. Embiid's got 29 in the game.
You know, we've gotten used to seeing this from Joel Embiid, a lethal offensive player who can get hot fast.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Simmons looking around. Passes it to Green. 6 to shoot. And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Barrett slams it in.
Have to be aware of Barrett. He's solid at recognizing when it's time to go for the alley-oop.
And here is Simmons. 1:41 left in the game. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
That's good from Simmons.
You know, after missing his first year out of college due to injury, Ben Simmons ended up winning Rookie of the Year in 2018, proving the wait was worth it.
Here's Rose. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Simmons got 6 rebounds in the game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the 76ers.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And, guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Joel Embiid.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Embiid. Scott comes in for Harris. And it's Hill in for Green. And the Knicks with possession here. Trailing by 17. Nilikina passes to Gibson. Over Scott. New York, no good that time either. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
Back to Simmons. Pass to Tolliver. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Shot's good by Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 19.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
The kick out to Scott. Fires from deep. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Tipped away. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, you took over offensively. What went into finding that rhythm?
I thought I got the shots that I wanted, and I played into the flow of the offense, and my teammates were fouling me, so I just knocked down some shots.
Well, they were smart to look for you, man, because you had it going on, man. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.